Have you ever wondered how many murderers or serial killers you've passed by during a day, or even shook hands with, or even known? Well, in this informative speech, I will be talking about 3 different psychological disorders the serial killers have. Borderline disorder, split personality disorder, and schizophrenia are some of the most common psychological disorders in serial killers. John Douglas, a former chief of the FBI's elite serial crime unit and author of Mindhunter, says, a very conservative estimate is that there are between 35 to 50 active serial killers in the United States at any given time. Just about everyone has heard of Ted Bundy. He was a serial killer in Utah. He targeted young women with brown hair, and he would often act crippled in order for the young women to pick them up. Little did one of their teachers know at Green River High School, she was actually neighbors with Ted Bundy, and actually very good friends with him. Serial killers may be dads, uncles, cousins, neighbors, or even friends. Mayo Clinic staff describes borderline personality disorder to be a mental disorder that impacts the way you think and feel about yourself and others, causing problems functioning in everyday life. It may cause problems in the family, friends, or even strangers. Jeffrey Dahmer was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. He murdered 17 young men and boys and would dismember them and cut them up and eat them. Next is split personality disorder. Split personality disorder is a condition when someone displays 2 or more identities. So they may be one person one day and then another person another day. For example, one of my coworkers was married to someone with split personality disorder, and one day she was a partier and the next day she was at home cooking like a normal person. He didn't realize until later in their relationship. A 40-year-old man in British Columbia with split personality had been accused of a brutal murder and dismemberment of his 54-year-old roommate. He claimed that his other identity had done it and that he had no clue that he had even committed the crime. He pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity. Last is schizophrenia. Schizophrenia is a disorder. WebMD states that schizophrenia often include symptoms like disordered thoughts, hallucinations, and feelings of fright and paranoia. One of the most famous serial killers with schizophrenia is Ed Gein. Ed Gein is a serial killer that would often dig graves up and carve the skin off of females to make a suit to be like his mother. He thought that he could wake the dead by sheer power of will, and that he could become a woman by taking the suit out of the skin and making a suit of his mom. He often would make lamps as well. In conclusion, it is amazing how many serial killers we may walk past by every day, or even shake hands with. Murders are everywhere, and it's important if anyone displays any signs of mental illnesses to get help. As I have described in these gruesome murders, that they've all had different mental illnesses, and many of the mental illnesses often coordinate with other mental illnesses, like schizophrenia and depression or anxiety. All of these murders could have been prevented if they would have got help and got treatment. And that is it.